This is an insight question, right? And maybe you have the answer to this. So we often talk about when general contractors are budgeting a project, they're going through the hard costs, they're going through the hard cost numbers. How much of the hard cost numbers actually relate to the final cost to build and call it traditional construction when you now have to add in all of those other items that were not considered? Let's call it the RFIs, let's call it the chopping up parts and pieces, let's call it getting new details, let's call it remediation, and all of that happens. How much of that really is captured in the cost?
None of it's actually captured and thought through at the beginning of a project. I mean, I've had the pleasure of working with some really detailed, very organized general contractors, but I've never seen once a line item in a budget or a schedule for rework, for this or that. We'll have placeholders for punch list items because you have to have that time allotted in a schedule, but we don't have budget line items for relocating trusses, altering walls, fixing window openings, fixing our creep and crawl when we're doing long hallway walls. None of it's actually accounted for. So you start to really notice the difference when you've done a couple floors. If you're new to it, when you do a couple floors with cold form, you start to realize, okay, we can work at roughly the same cadence or the same speed, the same pace that we would in wood, but it is a lot faster because you're not having to have extra guys on the payroll that are back there just fixing defects and dealing with issues.
Yeah, I think that one of the things that I'm, kind of the point that I'm getting at is often too early we are compared to, let's call it wood as a traditional construction method. And what happens is we're told that our cost might be at the same or even just slightly higher in some cases. Most cases were lower, but in those cases, I don't think that the general contractor has fully captured their total cost to build versus their hard cost, quote or estimation up front.
Yep.
Okay.
100%.
All right.